Matt LaFleur after beating the Vikings for the 5th time in the past 7 games at Lambeau Field. But all isn't perfect in Green Bay. We saw that bad man arguing with his coach on the sideline. The coach and QB downplayed the exchange.
It was about the look on defense. But I was actually kind of surprised that he was coming over to talk about that. But we got it all sorted out there on the sideline, and it actually wasn't a big deal. He's just, as am I. We're, a little animated at times, but I can't say it was, we were yelling how much we love each other, but we definitely weren't MFing each other or anything. It was talking about the look there and get on the same page.
Yeah, it's just 2 competitive guys, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last one we have. But just competitors, heat of the moment, and it is what it is.
Stephen A., what do you think? Big deal? No big deal?
Well, I don't think it's a big deal unless you want to point to the fact that the coach speaking up and being forceful when Aaron Rodgers is a big deal in a plus or in a positive fashion. But negatively speaking, I don't think it's a big deal at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of relationship that you're supposed to have with each other. You can't have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. By the way, first of all, you can't have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. And you know what? You're the new coach, and you just sit idly by and say nothing. You're not going to have the respect of Aaron Rodgers unless you're bringing something to the table. And oh, by the way, this year is incredibly important. I can't believe what I'm seeing thus far. The Green Bay Packers have the number 2 ranked defense in the National Football League. Number 2.
Yeah.
Look, I almost fainted when I realized that. The number 2 defense.
Yes.
So really, for the first time, Aaron Rodgers really has a defense.
That's big.
And that's why it's a big deal. Real quick, Brandon, that's why it's a big deal. They don't have an offense so far. Now, that may get clicking, right? Like, they may get going, and Aaron Rodgers goes back to Aaron Rodgers, and then they could win a Super Bowl, which I think is a big deal for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I know I geek out like this. I'm not saying that NFL players think this way, but I'm just talking geeking out like a fan, right? Look, Aaron Rodgers, I thought, the more influence over the outcome of a given game than anyone I've ever seen at any position, okay? But he's never going to catch Tom Brady's accomplishments. He's not with Bill Belichick. But if you sit on one, it's not like in the old days. If Marino could only got that one. Yeah. Brady has changed that now. If you're as good as Aaron Rodgers, you need multiple. Now, that's one thing. So he's chasing that. Here's the other thing. You can't look at Rodgers anymore and say he's by far the best guy, really, if you equal out everything else. Because Patrick Mahomes is on the scene. That dates Rodgers to me. Rodgers cannot fall back on, but he's really the best. No, he's not. Right now, over the last season and some change, Patrick Mahomes has been better. Like, a lot better.
Drew Brees as well.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, the young phenom who can do every single thing Aaron Rodgers seems to do, right? That also kind of dates Aaron Rodgers. You got to get this together. So they're winning, and it's okay. But if this is a reflection of the fact that the offense isn't clicking, that's bad for Rodgers.
Yeah. Well, I'm going through this, Molly. I'm going through this transition stage right now, right? Like playing last year, had a cup of tea with the Saints, Seattle. Now I'm doing a little television, doing some stuff in fitness, right? So, but I never understood this question in the media. Like, is this a big deal? Yeah. Why do we always talk about this? Why is this a topic when you have tension on the sideline between players, teammates, or player and coach?
Is there a rhetorical question, or do you want?
No, I really do want to answer to that. Okay. I don't understand why it's a big deal. Because
very simple. Because when you have the paying customer who's also watching, and they're looking at you, it's not just about your performance. It's what facilitates you performing in the fashion that you do. So let's say, for example, hypothetically,
it's competition.
But let's say, for example, hypothetically, you show up on the field and you ball, but you partying all week long. Somebody's going to look at you and they're going to say, no matter how great you are, there's something that's missing because there's an absence of dedication to your craft. But we're dedicating our resources to help to you. to come out there.
Can I-
I'm just telling you how
different
the fan
situation.
feels. I'm just telling you how the fan feels.
But it's
that's
different.
where it comes from.
Let me tell you how I feel. With Aaron Rodgers, it's unique because people say that he ran Mike McCarthy out of town. So people are looking at him, and he's faced a lot of criticism, how he is as a teammate, how he is with coaches, how he wants to run the offense. So this is a unique situation with Aaron Rodgers and his new head coach. That's why we're watching it under a microscope.
But here's the reality. The reality is I've seen coaches argue. I've seen players argue.
And you see us talk about it.
I've seen players fight.
And you see
this happens all the time. Why? Because this is a billion-dollar business, right? And there's lives on the line every single day. Now, I'm not trying to take away from people who like are men and women.
Of course, first responders and that kind of thing, yes.
But think about it. If I don't perform,
I'll tell you.
if I don't perform, I will be cut.
Brandon,
right? There's a lot of pressure. People don't understand the pressure that players are feeling every single moment, not just in games.
It's not that they don't understand, it's that they don't care.
Let me give you my answer,
So
Brandon.
I just don't understand this topic. Like, this is everywhere. We see this all the time.
Why do we make a big deal of it? And I'm going to quote someone from maybe before your time. I don't know if you'll recognize this quote. Eric B. and Rakim. It's a Rakim quote. Every now and then they give my knuckle game a test, but I don't fess. I just get rid of the stress and then shake hands like a man. It's a family thing. Only the crew will understand. Okay.
Only the crew will understand.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
We want to know. What we want to know from where
pretty
we're
good,
sitting.
Max.
What we want to know from where we're sitting is it a family thing?
Okay, listen,
Is
guys.
it a family
All right,
thing?
so listen.
Or are they going to
let's
shake hands
bid
like
this.
a man and then get down to business?
Okay, all right, America. Look, this happens all the time.
I don't think you're on the right camera.
Am I? Oh, what camera? You got to teach
All right, just go there. Go.
All right, go here. I'm on the jib. America. This happens all the time, right? So you're going to see Tom Brady get into it with Josh McDaniels this year, maybe even Belichick, right? You're going to see Adam Gase with the Jets get into it tonight on Monday Night Football with a player or a referee. This happens all the time. This is not a big deal. Okay. This is actually what you want to see from your team.
Well, it's not a big deal?
You guys just talk about Jay Cutler sitting there like this. Oh, Jay Cutler.
Listen.
Do you want emotion or not, Stephen A?
Okay.
What do you want?
More debate to
People
come.
are going to care about what they want to care about. You don't get to legislate that, bro, no matter how hard you try.
And we'll see if it's a big deal or not. Results will tell you.
You want that from your team.
I didn't say you don't.
You want
I just
that.
said people don't talk
you
about
want
it.
emotion.
People
I
talk
care.
about it.
All right, I tried to read the bump, but I don't know what's happening right now. There we go. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, the only threat to the Patriots' return to the Super Bowl. Are they? We'll get into it.